What's up, peoples? What's up, world? This is my second video of this poverty life, living in poverty. I think the first one I informed you guys on how I was homeless and I was sleeping in my car and just basically what I was going through now and just I guess trying to make a documentary, trying to just make something that I could look back on because I know that one day I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to live the life that I want to live. But it's kind of hard to see that when everyday situations, they seem to, you know what I'm saying, come up and you got to deal with life. And it's so much from a everyday, it's so many things can just draw the energy that you need in order to move on, in order to better yourself. Like you be too busy putting that energy in worrying about how I'm gonna eat, worrying about where I'm gonna stay, worrying about how I'm gonna get back and forth to the doctor, or worrying about I have to ask this person for something, because being in a fucked up situation and actually having to depend on somebody is the most uncomfortable feeling I have ever went through. Like that just give the next person the sole opportunity to treat you however they want to treat you, basically, because they know that you don't have anything and they play off that. Like even people that say they love you, your family, like they'll play off that. It's kind of fucked up, yeah. But like from the last time I was in my car, as you can see now I'm in a hotel room. Since the last time I was in my car, the situation that happened with the car was I was living in LA and excuse me y'all, but I was living in LA and I was in contact with a couple of my family members back here in Alabama, and I had kind of hit hard times in LA, and I needed to come back home to regroup myself, so came up with a foolproof plan to get me back to the South, and it actually worked. And the thing about this is, when to my people who sincerely, hold on one second, y'all. But to my people who sincerely want to help people, like my advice to you would be, it's not going to be an easy situation. So don't put your hand in something that you're not really ready to stir the pot with. You know, if I made any sense with that. Because most people, they actually need, it's people out here that really, really need help, y'all. Like, not only are they going through everyday life situations, but life situations can sometimes play a huge role on somebody's mind, because they constantly defeating themselves. They constantly thinking things are not gonna get better because this is what I keep waking up to. This is what I keep going through, and it defeats their spirit. So helping somebody get out of a situation, of course they're going to be thankful, but at the same point in time, we have to keep in mind that they're also going through self issues within themselves. And I know the thing that I would get told is, well, you got to put all your feelings to the side and accept the help and appreciate the help. And I understand that. But at the same point in time, I'm only human. So how the hell can you tell me how to feel and what to do with my feelings and to ship? You know, it's crazy. But back to what's, you know, important and at hand is that so I came back, I had a place to stay, and I had a car. Before I left LA, I was diagnosed with gastrointestinal cancer. So I came to Alabama and I actually got under some primary help some primary care. And I ended up having surgery October the 3rd last year, because today's February the 13th, 2023. But I had surgery last year, so that kind of put me down a little bit and found out some new health issues about myself. And so, I was dealing with all of that toward the end of last year. Now, I'm a type of person, I do take accountability for my own actions, so I will include my wrongdoings in the story. But okay, so around I ended up getting like $9,000 back from an amended tax return, because I had some new information to include in one of my old tax returns. But I ended up getting $9,000 back. So my personal initial plan was to rebuild that stability back here in Alabama. Like, I already had the car, and that situation was going so lovely. And the place that I was staying, we didn't have no issues at the time, because I'm just going to go ahead and just put it out. I was staying actually in an office. It was an office inside of an office, like a big building, but they only rented out by rooms. So I was staying in, actually, like, you can say, my own private office room. And that became a problem. So I was lit, you know what I'm saying, that, but it wasn't a problem, because the transitional shift, it happened right on time, to where we was moving into our new office. And that one consisted of, if I'm not, 6 or 7 rooms. So the plan was to make one of them my private room until I was able to produce the paycheck stubs that's needed in order to get your own apartment. So my boss lady, she was working with me. I don't want to say no names. I don't want to go down, you know what I'm saying? We let bygones be bygones. But my boss lady, she was working with me at the time. So she's the reason why I was able to have the car, and why I was able to actually have the place to stay when I got back from LA. I give her my life for that, because she made sure she kept her word. She kept her word. But it was like, now we're in this new office, and the new owner does not like the fact that I have a private room, that I'm actually sleeping there overnight, when we're just now setting up. Business haven't even started yet. I was only at the office at nighttime. Like, I would commute throughout the town throughout the day, so that it wouldn't be, unprofessional looking. So come on, you guys, y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. But so I tried to make the situation, less complicated as possible. But still, again, I was wrong, because I had over $9,000. I could have followed my first mind. That's how come I don't care what you are going through, what the situation is, or what it could be. Your first mind is your best friend. You should always follow it. No matter what, follow your first mind. So I ended up keeping myself in the same position that I was in. So we went to the new office, and the owner is like not comfortable, he say, but he haven't been introduced to me. He don't even know who I am. He just see the appearance of me, and just all of a sudden he's uncomfortable. But we already know what that is. You can look at me and kind of tell I live an alternative lifestyle. If you don't know what the word alternative mean, gay, homosexual, or whatever you want to refer to it as, it really don't define me. It's just something that you guys label so that you can identify me as. But I guess that's what made him uncomfortable. Like, it really was no credible reason that he could give that would be sufficient to him saying that he was uncomfortable for me being there. So I ended up it was a business decision that had to be made, and Boss Lady, like she's labeled, Boss Lady had to go with the business, so I had to leave. So that's when I ended up making my first video. If I haven't posted it yet, I'll kind of brush up on it because I'm kind of feeling the vibe of this video better than the first video. But I still will post the first video because nothing or nobody is perfect. We only strive for perfection. But yeah, that left me sleeping in the car. So I was sleeping in the car for like a month. And I had like just week before last, I had a doctor's appointment at UAB on a Friday. I was in Birmingham just that Wednesday. No. Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday. I was in Birmingham the day before my doctor's appointment. So, now I was washing clothes. I was doing some laundry right there off the laundromat is called University. Ooh, excuse me, University Laundromat right there in Birmingham. So as I'm getting out of the car to go into the laundromat to get the clothes out of the dryer, I come back, there's no car. After I just told you guys everything. Now, the car was in Boss Lady's name. Understandable, but I paid the car note. I was responsible for the car note. Nobody has ever paid a car note for me. Let me put that out here now. Nobody has ever paid a car note for me since me, Torlando Thomas, has been back in Alabama since September. Nobody has paid a car note for me. I paid the car note all the way up until the month of January. So the car wasn't even like a month behind because I like to pay it in, you know what I'm saying, like 2-3 months at a time. So the issue was the car insurance. So the car insurance was in Boss Lady's, I want to say, husband's name. So, I don't know where the malicious intent came from. I don't know where it came from, but the insurance, okay, because I couldn't get the actual car insurance in my name because there's no way you could go to an insurance company with a registration that's not in your name or paperwork from the actual car place that is not in your name and try to get some insurance on a vehicle without the actual person whose name is listed on all that paperwork that I just named. So instead of coming to me as an adult and saying that, hey, we need to work this situation out about the insurance because you're about to be riding around here without no insurance, they just cut me off of the insurance. So in the contract with the car note, in the contract with the actual car place, that the vehicle is not supposed to be uninsured or is subjectable to being towed. I'm assuming that's what it says because that's what happened. They followed me all the way to Birmingham, waited until I got out of the car. Like, they didn't even know, like, my wallet, my information, my money, everything was inside of the car. They didn't allow me to get anything out of the car. I was basically left stranded. They made it, whoever towed the car or whoever took the car, repoed the car, whatever you want to call it, that was so unprofessional. Because you didn't even get a chance to, you didn't come up and you didn't even try to, you know what I'm saying, identify yourself as, hey, we have to get this or we need to get, it wouldn't have been a problem. We would have probably had a discussion as to why when I'm paid up. But some people don't like to actually get an understanding because they think communication and seeking for understanding becomes so confrontational when it's not. It's not. All it takes is a conversation. And it doesn't have to be confrontational. But you basically jumped in the car and took off without no type of warning or nothing. That was maliciously done. So now I'm an hour away from where I live. Don't have nothing but the clothes that I just got out of the dryer. Everything that identifies me as Torlando is in the car. So now we're here. Like, boss lady was in a funk. She was in such a bad mood, which I don't know why, because did nobody repo her car and have her stuck in a whole nother county for a whole day. But she was in a foul mood because I'm assuming she tried to beat me to the punch of being mad, or she just needed something to be mad about just so that she couldn't hear the reason why I was being mad. But it was such a childish situation, and I'm not gonna even lie, I was so over it because, you guys, this is like the third or fourth time that I really had to start from scratch. And I'm getting so tired of it. And like going through that process, I was so tired of it. Like I literally tried to commit suicide just last week. And like, because I was tired. Like I'm tired, man. Like I really thought that that was going to be my breakthrough, me sleeping in my car, me not having the best of luck with making the right decisions. And sometimes I'm going to speak for the people who make wrong decisions. Wrong decision making come from a fear of going without. It comes from a fear of having to go without, or it comes from, I mean, that's just basically what my wrong decisions was. I can't really speak for nobody else. Some people are just fucking dumb. But I just always tried to get by. So I had to, scheme or scam or, do this to do that in order for me to survive. Like prostituting, man. And we'll talk about that. We'll get there. But, like, I was just in such a funk just then because I'm like, man. But, like, once I post this video, boss lady already gonna know who, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to be known that there is no love lost on my end. Yes, I was disappointed at the situation. Yes, I thought the situation could have been handled differently. Maybe the situation could have been handled a little more maturely. But you going around telling my people that I was late on payments and you had to help me and you tired of getting burnt, that's bullshit. Like, that's bullshit. That's just a person who don't want to face the accountability of the situation, which you hold less accountability in this because, as I said, I had $9,000. I could have done what I needed to do, but instead I was teamed up with my boss lady. I was teamed up with boss lady, so when you're in a team, you think that, okay, I got a partner, so that when I hit tough times, my partner got my back. Because when my boss lady was, riding around here with no gas and I had it, and when I used to ride around with no gas and she had it, we was that team. But it seems like when a teammate strays away and they tend to get an earful of some more bullshit, it's just, I don't know. Maybe people are just easily influenced these days. I really don't know. I wish I could sit down and talk and get some understanding. But instead, I have to go off my own understanding because I receive text messages that say, I don't want to talk. How you don't want to talk when somebody's like, okay, I take it and I give account for it. My tone can be a little misunderstood at times. It really can, and it can cause a person to react differently. But I just, I don't know. That's just how I feel. So until me and Boss Lady have their talk, until she tell me the intentions of not wanting to communicate, I'm going to just think. And then you might look at this video and say that you just want me to continue to think, okay, I'm not going to lose no sleep, so are you. Like, that's just how I have to look at the situation. Because if I look at it from a sentimental standpoint or a vulnerable standpoint, it's going to piss me off. Because I really felt like you had my back. Like I had yours. And that's the thing that I was telling my aunt, you know, when, like, I went through, like, and I'm pretty sure y'all can tell from the first video, like, there's a lot of trauma that I'm dealing with from 20-something years ago that I haven't gotten over with yet. That's just built up inside of me and built up inside of me. This is trauma that I'm talking about. This isn't just emotions. These are, you know, wow. But you know what? Out of all of that, I can still smile. After the suicide attempts, I can still smile. Because I know even when I tried to commit suicide, there was just, my soul stood so boldly that when I tried to take the pills, it just, I took 3 out of the 10 that was in my hand. It was just like, no, this is not, like, I can see the successful plan that God had for me. But guys, when I tell y'all, it is hard work trying to get there. It really is. But we can't give up. Like I said in the first video, put your Nikes and your Force Ones on, or your Pumas or your J's, because we got to run this race, man. Like, I'm going to stay up, you know, uplifting. If I could just touch one person and just tell them, keep going. Like, come on. Because I was just that person that was like, forget the race. I wanted to sit on the sideline. I wanted to sit out. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta keep going. Y'all be blessed. I'm searching for some more things to say, because this video was made out of the spur, because I was really in like a funky mode. But I wanted to update you guys and let you guys know that I'm okay. That no matter how hard you try to do right, that life situations are still gonna occur, but you can't give up. You can't give up, man. You can't give up. Subscribe, you know, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. I'm gonna continue telling you guys about my life. So, comment, subscribe, like I said, and you know, I subscribe back. I do talk back. I'm a normal person, as you can see. Let's get to know one another, man. Let's try to tackle this thing called poverty in life together. All right, y'all have a good night.